So for our first question, we have from Ethan Parent, and he says, please do some Q&As by yourself.
What? I'm not going, man. Do you realize who I am? I'm Sweeper the Creeper, man. I got it down.
It's what they asked for, Sweeper.
Well, that's it. That's it. I'm out of here. I hate you. I hate you guys. I got all dressed up for you guys. I'm going. Hate you guys. Hate you guys.
Okay, well.
Hate you guys.
Let's begin.
3, 2, 1.
What's up, Net Soldiers? I'm Net Alliance. Today I'm going to be answering some questions you guys left in the last Q&A video's comment section. So if you want to be featured in the next Q&A video, make sure to leave a question in the comments below. We might just answer your question next video. So with that said and out of the way, let's get to your questions. First question from Everything Star Wars. He asks, if you could have a choice to get either Captain America's shield or Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber, what would you choose? Well, that's a good question, but the thing is, I actually have both. So, you know, a Captain America shield and the Anakin lightsaber. So it's like, why should I ask for either one when I can have both of them? If I was actually gonna have like a real shield or a real lightsaber, of course I'm gonna choose a lightsaber, you know. Lightsaber is the best. Imagine being able to just cut down trees or younglings. For our next question, we have from Daniel G. Johnson, and he asks, who is your favorite Old Republic character that isn't Revan? So as you guys know, Revan is my favorite Old Republic character, so I guess, if anyone, I gotta say, probably Malgus. I don't know, he's always been a cool character to me. Very, very interesting ever since he was first created, and he always looked really cool. And plus, he could still technically be alive, you know. We haven't actually had any actual visual proof of his dead body in the canon of the Old Republic, so he might still be alive, so we'll see. Maybe he'll come back for a future expansion, and maybe I'll start playing that game again. Next one we have from my friend Jedi Master Fula, and he asks, Net, do you think Kylo Ren is redeemable and will eventually turn to the light side later in the sequel trilogy? Here's the thing about that. I do think that anyone is redeemable when it comes to Star Wars. You know, Anakin Skywalker is the best example of that. You know, he turned from Anakin Skywalker, killed younglings, and then, you know, kind of turned the galaxy on its head and killed lots of innocent people and lots of innocent Jedi too. So if Darth Vader can be redeemed, I think Kylo Ren can be redeemed for pretty much just killing Han Solo. And I guess he did kill some other Jedi too, but Anakin did the exact same thing. There's a part of me that wants Kylo to succeed, and there's a part of me that kind of wants Kylo not to, because honestly, the redemption story, although that's been like a recurring theme among Star Wars, I kind of want Kylo to just stay bad. I think that'd be interesting. Or maybe he shows like signs of good inside of him, but it's just like, no, he's gonna be bad for the rest of the franchise, because that's what I think they're trying to send us off. So like, Anakin, he was evil, and then he turned good, and although I do think Kylo could do the same, I kind of want him not to. I don't want him to kind of follow Anakin's footsteps. And people have called Kylo better Anakin. I'm like, what? What do you mean? Anakin's still like a great character. Some of the parts about his character might be a little weird here and there, but if you look past the movies and into the actual like lore of the stories and even the Clone Wars TV show, Anakin is an awesome character. So who knows? I think Kylo Ren is redeemable, but honestly, I think if I could choose between if he does get redeemed and joins the light side again, or if he stays dark, I think I'd rather just have him stay dark. I just think that'd be a better overall character arc and something that we wouldn't be expecting, because Star Wars has always been about redeeming the bad guy in a way, you know, so I'd rather that not happen. Next question we have from Blue Orange, and he asks, who is the main character in all of Star Wars? Now, I can get philosophical and I can say, the Force, you know, it surrounds us and penetrates us and brings us to a level of blah, blah, blah. But, you know, you guys want an actual answer. So the real answer is Anakin Skywalker. When it comes down to it, the original 6 films, now there's a 7 and a Rogue One, but when it comes down to the original 6 films were Anakin Skywalker's story overall. I would say Obi-Wan's more the main character of the prequel trilogy, even though you could also argue that it's Anakin as well, but I'll get to that. And then also, you know, you could also say Qui-Gon is kind of the main character of episode 1. But when it comes down to it, Obi-Wan's story is the prequel story, right? And then when the originals come in, that's Luke's story. And then overall, there's an Anakin arc on the entire thing. So it's like Obi-Wan's episode 1 through 3, Luke is episode 4 through 6, and then there's that arc of Anakin. Now, episode 7 comes in, and I guess you could say Rey is the main character of that trilogy coming up, which I do believe, and I think that if Rey is the reincarnation of Anakin, which is a common theory and something that I actually prefer over her being like Luke's daughter or something like that, it would still be Anakin's overarching story. So think about that. So boom. So you got the prequels are Obi-Wan, the originals are Luke, and the sequels are Rey. But the entire overarching films from episode 1 all the way to episode 9 is Anakin Skywalker's story, considering if Rey actually is the reincarnation of Anakin. So there you go. That's who the main character of all the films are. Next question from the Autistic Geek, and he asks, can you get Instagram? I plan on getting Instagram very soon, so just keep watch for that. I'll make a video for it. My new intro that I'm working on is gonna have all of the links to everything that I am gonna be connected to and all that stuff. So pay attention to that, and also watch the descriptions, because that's where I put all those extra links, like my Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, all that stuff down there. So yeah. Next question we have from Darth. He asks, can you do some Lord of the Rings lore? No, but you know what? I have a friend of mine who is considering getting into lore videos and stuff like that, and he's been really interested in Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, Star Wars lore and stuff, so he plans on starting up that type of thing. So once he starts up and he gets that going, then I'll let you guys know. So just stay tuned for that. Sorry, camera died, and I decided to turn on my lightsabers too, so you're welcome. Next, we actually have another Lord of the Rings question, and this is from Ladria Legolas, and he said, would you prefer to be a hobbit or a dwarf? Well, let's see. I already got the beard going, so let's say dwarf. Just imagine a big bushy beard. I know NetWife would love that. Next question we have from Ezra Schroeder, and he said, would Disney ever put Jar Jar in anything ever again? Honestly, if you want my honest opinion, I don't think they'll ever put Jar Jar in. Like, Jar Jar's gone. Do you know what I mean? Once I once heard a joke that like, when J.J. Abrams was actually writing The Force Awakens, or he was helping to write it or whatever, he actually wanted to put Jar Jar's skull in the background somewhere. So, you know, so you see, hey, there's a Gungan skull or whatever, but he decided not to do that. So technically Jar Jar is still alive in the universe, so maybe I actually had my theory that I think it would be cool if the Kenobi movie is actually like a buddy movie with Obi-Wan and Jar Jar, and like Obi-Wan has to like get Jar Jar to Naboo to save him. It's awful, it sounds bad, but I think it could be done pretty well, so I don't know, I think that'd be interesting. But there's a video on this channel called Crack that I watch. It's pretty big, I don't know if you guys ever seen it, but they actually did a Star Wars How to Fix The Force Awakens video. And so what they did was they actually said that Jar Binks should have been the older guy in the beginning of the film, and it kind of makes sense. I recommend go checking it out. I'll leave a link down in the description below so you can check it out. Next question we have from Snoopy Rogue 3! Exclamation point. Can you add Clone Wars and Rebels characters to your Versus videos? Yes, I'm actually going to start my Versus videos up again. I actually stopped them after a while because they just weren't getting that many views when it comes down to it. If I'm going to do something that has to be worth my time, and if people aren't watching it, then it's not worth my time. So I do plan on making more Versus videos, and I do plan on including a lot more different characters throughout like the extended universe, characters in the comic books, in Legends, stuff like that. I eventually plan on doing that, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Next question you have from a good friend of mine, Darth Shadow, and he says, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Well, the answer to that is 37. Next question we have from a newer fan named Sniveflem Films, and he said, Net Alliance, here's my question for the next Q&A. Do you think Barriss Offee could be the Emperor's hand in Star Wars Rebels Season 4 since he committed a treasonous crime against the Jedi and Republic instead of Mara Jade? Here's the thing about Barriss Offee. She's an interesting character, and it'd be cool to see her come back, but I think if she's not an Inquisitor, I think they would have just killed her off. Because technically, although she went against the Jedi, and she showed some type of treason against them, you know, she's still kind of a threat as well. So it's an interesting idea. I don't think she'll be the Emperor's hand. I'm actually looking forward to it being Mara Jade. I think that'd just be an awesome way to kind of give Mara Jade to the canon, I should say, because I know a lot of people who love it, so it'd be cool to see Barriss V, but I think she'd be better as an Inquisitor and keep the Emperor's Hand as Mara Jade. And for our last question we have from Darth Venom, and he says, can you rank the DCE movies? Yes I can. I plan on doing a video on that very soon, so just keep watch for that. I also wanted to do Transformers all 5 films ranked. I wanted to do all the X-Men films ranked, Logan's out and stuff. So I'm gonna get to that, just give me some time. But that's it for now guys. Thank you all for submitting your questions. If you have any questions for a future video, let me know in the comments below, and you might be featured on the channel. Please remember to like, subscribe, and notify for more videos. And until next time guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.